Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Train, and welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops 1's campaign. If I resume game, it should go right where I left off. Yes, it did. Alrighty. Oh, I know what mission is next. Oh, I know what mission is next, I think.
I know that Jason Hudson briefed you on the intel extracted from Dr. Clark in Kowloon.
Hudson said that Clark was insane. Paranoid. Fixated with numbers.
Clark created Nova 6. A nerve toxin that can rupture a body instead.
Dragovich's second in command, Kravchenko, tested in Vietnam. On them? On us? On his own? He doesn't care. Vorkuta. Reznov told me at Vorkuta.
What did he tell you?
Mason, listen to me. It was a long time ago. Far away.
Dragovich, Steiner, Kravchenko, all must die.
That's not gonna
He told me what they did. What kind of men they were. Why they all must die.
Here comes. This game has a lot of fun missions. The Thundergun Mission.
My father was a musician in Stalin.
And this mission.
During
Those are
the
my
German
favorites.
occupation, the sound of his violin filled the air with magnificent music. Korsakov, Stasov, many of the great nationalist composers. To my countrymen, it was a symbol of hope.
I forget his actor's name, unfortunately, but
It
he's
was a
such a good
symbol
actor.
of defiance. Even now, his music still haunts me. The Nazis slit his throat while he slept. Collaborating with any Nazi is a betrayal against all of Mother Russia. Dragovich, Kravchenko were not troubled by such matters. They look only to advance their own interests and agendas.
Essentially, the reason why I planned on saying I was going to do World at War's campaign is because this mission in particular.
Everything is loaded. They are waiting.
Victor, it is time.
Yes, Dmitri. Time to hunt down the last remnants of the fascist Reich.
Nevsky, grab the gear. We are moving out.
The men and I have fought through the most bitter of winters on the Eastern Front. We were no strangers to cold, but even now, the blood in my veins chills when I think back to the events of that day, far, far from home.
To explain, Petrenko here, Dmitry Petrenko. To just summarize, if you haven't already played the events of World at War, I'm gonna unfortunately spoil a little bit of the campaign for you, at least the campaign, or at least the partial of bit of the campaign for World at War. The Russian section of the World at War campaign involved you playing as Dmitry Petrenko, and your main second person that you are following is none other than Viktor Reznov. The first mission you play as is you're in what is known as the Fountain mission. I believe it's called Vendetta, which is where you first meet Reznov. Reznov is a sniper. He got his fingers shot off. In fact, I don't think you can tell. No, you can't really tell. But he got his fingers shot off. And he wasn't able to use a sniper. So you, Dmitry, at the time, were his second, while he used a normal gun. And yeah, there is no real correlation to World at War other than these two characters that I'm playing as, Reznov and Petrenko. Reznov only has significance in Black Ops 1, and in World at War there is not much else. So I decided against playing World at War.
The hero of Berlin graces us with his presence. Have you not tired of battle, Reznov?
As long as Mother Russia has enemies, I will answer her call.
Put aside your petty rivalry, Kravchenko. Captain Reznov will do as he is told. We are here for one German. and one German only, Dr. Friedrich Steiner. This man has offered his cooperation to our cause. He is not to be harmed. Disobey this order, and you will be shot.
Obviously, in the World at War campaign, the Russian section was entirely about retaking...
What happened in Stalingrad between you and Dragovich?
When the German occupation began, he and his lapdog, Krachenko, left my men and I hopelessly outnumbered. Promises of reinforcements were made, but not kept. Dragovich and Krachenko are opportunists, manipulators. They are not to be trusted, Dmitri.
Dmitri Petrenko was one of the bravest men I had ever known. He fought by my side from the siege of Stalingrad to the fall of Berlin. The wounds he sustained, ensuring our victory, should have earned him a hero's welcome to Russia. But Stalin had little need for heroes.
So yeah, obviously Reznov kind of summarized it there. The
German
entire...
must not be harmed. We need Steiner alive. Now move, both of you.
Let's go!
The entire World at War Russian section of the campaign is surviving the siege of Berlin, or siege of Stalingrad, and going to Berlin and retaking and taking Berlin from the Germans. But obviously, as you can see, what I'm using is the PPSH. Oh boy, this weapon. Oh dear, this weapon is one of those weapons that is known as one of those infamous weapons in not only just the zombies community, but the multiplayer community as well. Obviously, in World at War, there were titans of weapons known as the MP40 and the Thompson were the two notable ones. The PPSH, however, at least from what I've heard and from been told by diehard fans who played World at War way back then, the PPSH was not one of those weapons that was used often. Oh, and we can... Oh, yeah, here we go. The MP40. I feel like I don't even need to give much introduction to this weapon. MP40, slow-firing SMG. 32-round magazine, and its main lure, at least in... World at War, it was one of the most powerful SMGs in the game. This combined with its drum mag and stopping power was a force to be reckoned with, and was one of the most... It was up there with stopping power M16, stopping power, it was up there with stopping power M16 in terms of it being broken. I don't remember, I don't know much about the PPSH in terms of multiplayer, but in zombies, this was known as one of the most fan-favorite SMGs to ever exist in zombies. You obviously had the MP40, you have the Thompson, you obviously had LMGs like the Browning and the MG42. But whenever somebody asked me whenever I asked somebody what's your favorite, what weapon do you think is the most iconic of World at War, people say the PPSH, or the MP40, or the Thompson. PPSH, at least in customs, custom maps that I played, have been known for being a very, very high rate of fire like this. And either 35 rounds or drum, it's 71 drum mag. Obviously, I'm trying to go too statistical with history of these weapons, like Chugga Conroy, but I'm just trying to go off my memories and just stuff that I love talking about with these weapons in particular. This weapon in particular is one of those weapons where it was so overused in zombies that we didn't actually ever get to see it again in zombies specifically until Black Ops 3. And I can actually tell you exactly when we saw it, what map, and not necessarily the date of when it came out, but how it was revealed. We never saw this weapon until Black Ops 3's DLC 3 Gorod Krovi, and in the trailer for Gorod Krovi, they showed off the mystery box. Obviously, it's like the weapons, and the last weapon that was shown and was picked up was the PPSH. Everyone lost their mind. Because we hadn't seen this weapon as a fan favorite zombies weapon for the majority of zombies community. And, well, there's a few things I can tell you about it in terms of zombies. Pack-a-Punch turned into the weapon known as the Reaper. Had 115 rounds in a clip, so it turned into a shredder of an SMG. Obviously with Double Tap 1 and 2.0, this thing was a force to be reckoned with. Because it fired so many bullets so fast with so much damage, it was disgusting. And on the same token,
there may be more of them.
My personal favorite weapon, well, I love the PPSH. Bro's favorite weapon in World at War is a Thompson. We haven't, unfortunately, I'm unable to get one in this game, with the exception of the World at War maps on zombies. But the my personal favorite weapon from World at War is a Thompson. Not only for the sake of the meme it has created on NGT Zombies channel, but for the sake of how fun that weapon is to me, and it means a lot to me in terms of World War II when I played it. It was the first weapon I ever got gold. Before I went for Chrome Camo. But, yeah, that's just sort of my whole history with a lot of these World at War weapons. I never played World at War. But now, the weapon I picked up a second ago is the MP44 or the STG44, depending on which game you play. MP44 or the STG44, depending on, again, which game you're playing. Assault rifle, 30-round magazines, decently good. It's actually decent. The reason why I say MP44 is because in Germany, if I'm remembering my history correct with a lot of weapons, their naming scheme revolved around machine pistol, or Machen pistol, I believe is how it's pronounced in German. And each weapon would essentially just be a new model of the same maker of the same weapon. So obviously the MP40 is the Machine Pistol 40, the MP44 or the STG44 is the Machine Pistol 44. But I believe the terminology when it is STG44 is Sturmgewehr. Other than that, I don't know much about this weapon other than I saw a lot of use in World War II. Similarly with the PPSH, Thompson, and the MP40. A lot of these weapons are, obviously this one in particular is all World at War because that's the time period we're playing in. This takes place after the events of World at War, this mission anyway. Obviously, these grenades are actually kind of fun. These are unique grenades. Steinhandgranats. Just literally a hand grenade. But stick grenades. Not sticky grenades, stick grenades. Yeah, I can kind of see them there as on their own here. They were very top heavy. Again, I don't know anything about war. I know nothing. I know nothing about grenades or anything. I just like talking about them because they're kind of fun to learn about.
He will be where all cowards reside, as far away from the battlefield as possible.
But these grenades in particular were unique in the fact that you could have a good grip on it. The pin would be on the bottom. So, like, if we go back to that grenade over here real quick. The pin that you'd pull would be on this end right here. And it would still trigger the grenade up top. Oh, the music. I'll show this off. Panzer Shrek. Rocket. Simple as that. Actually, we will see a weapon that I don't think ever even made an appearance in World at War, if I remember correctly. And if it did, I don't recall if it did. But yeah, World at War is one of the games I wish I was around during its prime in terms of multiplayer. My whole history with World at War is it's the game that I was introduced to Call of Duty with. I never played multiplayer. I played zombies, mostly with my cousin, who actually does stream on Twitch. I would link him, but yeah, if I ever retweet a stream of his, I will just kind of bring it up. But I do watch him from time to time and lurk in his chat. So, but World at War, that's sort of where I started with Call of Duty and zombies. So that's kind of why I have a little soft spot for it. Because if it weren't for my cousin showing me World at War Zombies, I wouldn't be as addicted to Call of Duty as I am. So, yeah. But I remember playing on the Reese's Pieces Factory, which was Derice, on World at War. So.
This way, up the stairs.
But I will hopefully do a playthrough of World at War. Probably not during this, probably not. It'll probably be one of those games that I do after Cold War. And the goal is to at least get this game done before Cold War. Black Ops 2, I'd like to get done before Cold War, but that's the limit of what I want to do. Black Ops 2 is my limit in terms of... It's actually a longer mission, too.
Do not point that weapon at me, Russian dog.
Ah!
You will take me to Dragovich.
As I looked into the German's eyes, I saw all the evil of the fascist Reich still burning strong. At that moment, every fiber of my being yearned to put an end to his wretched life. But I was a soldier then. I still believed in orders.
So, you may have noticed, again, I'm going to point out weapons, because whenever I'm watching TV shows, whenever I watch TV shows with my mom, whether it's a murder mystery show, or like a CSI, or stuff on ID, or Investigation Discovery, I like to try and point out weapons that I recognize. Steiner was holding a Walther P-38.
General Dragovich wishes to make
That's about all I know. I don't know much else about it.
Believes this outpost houses something of great value to the motherland.
Dragovich and Steiner are talking like old friends. I do not like this, Reznov.
No,
Must hurry. There are German Kitsunes he destroyed and captured.
You assured me there would be no problems.
I cannot control the actions of the SS, General Dragovich. They are sworn to defend the Reich till their last breath.
Noble, but futile. Kravchenko, finish up here.
Reznov, you and your men will lead the way. Yes, sir! Petrenko! Vikarev! Nevsky! Volov! We are moving out!
Steiner, tell me more about your association with the Giftiger Stern project.
In 43, the Fuhrer realized the Allies could not be held.
I don't want to interrupt. I'm going to pause. Walther P-38, otherwise known as the 9mm SAP in World War II, was known as one of the most broken starting pistols in zombies, and a decent weapon in multiplayer. That's about all I can tell you about that for terms of COD history with it. I don't remember if it was in multiplayer in this game at all.
It was meticulous and frustrating work. However, what we finally developed was a weapon more effective than we had ever dared to imagine. The weapon now housed within this vessel.
Nova 6.
And then the Tokarev. This is just essentially just the equivalent of a Russian M1911, basically, in terms of, from what I've heard of it. What I know about it, in terms of COD. Didn't really seem, I don't remember if it saw much use in terms of COD stuff, but all I know, I'm not good with weapons like this, unfortunately. World at War, again, it's one of those things where I don't know all the weapons of World at War. I never played the MP. I've hardly played it in general.
Your Nova 6 chemical may be, you still had to find a way to unleash it.
Long-range V2 rockets to be launched from this outpost, The targets were command and control centers. Washington, D.C. was our first target. Then Moscow.
Ambitious and commendable, Herr Steiner.
But we were too late. The British were upon us and their bombers crippled the ship. Locked in the ice, we tried to salvage what we could, but it was too late. Germany had surrendered, and a Russian flag flew over Berlin. The SS had orders to destroy the ship if we were attacked.
Clearly, they failed. The explosives were never activated.
This is it.
Reznov, open the door.
So, what I'm going to basically talk about here in a second is this ship, right? I don't know actual historical stuff about the ship. But as far as I'm aware... Ooh, nice. As far as I'm aware, this ship is what inspired the Call of the Dead map. And, in turn, Tagger Totem. But... World at War is not a game I played in its prime. Like I said, I only played zombies when I was like 8 or 9 years old.
We had found what we were looking for.
When it was new, with my cousin. So,
Nova 6.
unfortunately, I can't talk much else about World at War history, other than like a little bit of zombies. MP, don't know. Campaign, I know a little bit.
It seemed. Our victory was to be short-lived.
And I was gonna make a joke about, did somebody get a 25 kill streak?
Dragovich
But
wanted to see the effects of the poison firsthand. It was also an opportunity to remove a thorn in his side. I had long known of their distrust. What kind of men they were. It was a betrayal I should have foreseen.
if you didn't already catch on,
Dmitri Kontrenko was a hero. He deserved a hero's death. Instead of giving his life for the glory of the motherland, he died for nothing. Like an animal. He shot up died in Berlin. As I watched my closest friend die, it became clear we were not the only ones seeking the German weapons. The Western allies circled like vultures. Of course, Dragovich, Krashenko, and Steiner scattered like rats, leaving me to contend with the British.
British commandos assaulting our positions!
No! Find our way out! Good one! Man down! I will have the explosives!
We will plunge this vessel.
alright, so the weapon I wanted to show off
We
here.
cannot let either side possess this terrible weapon.
Oh, most in a gun. Nice. But, well, it's not the most in a gun, but this sniper is just a Russian, like, essentially a Kar 98K. But the weapon I want to show off is this, baby! The Sten. Oh boy, the Sten. IRL stuff that I know about this weapon. This thing could literally be made for less than $10. Less than $10. And before people say, how is that possible? Plastic. Lots and lots of fucking plastic. It had a notorious reputation of jamming easily and... oh my god. A notorious reputation of jamming easily, and it's gas-powered, so again, it gas weapons from what I've been told, and from what I know of by people who have used these weapons, and from documentaries and shit. Gas weapons are not the greatest. Right, these Russians are evil too. They are not the greatest in terms of,
We will plunge this vessel into the depths of hell. We cannot
not
let
the
either
greatest in
side
terms
possess
of
this terrible weapon.
overall, consistency in terms of the whole, you know.
He's hit! Got him! I see it! I see him! He's right! Come on! Got him! I hear you! He's down! There they are! He's right! Shit! He's right!
Haha! Grenade. But most of Thundergun is just another one of those snipers. It's like bolt action, fires a very assault rifle-y sniperish round. Nothing really special about it, really, at least as far as I'm aware. Although, one thing I can tell you about it, in World War II, Call of Duty World War II, the more recent World War II COD, it came out as, I believe, the Type 38. I can't remember what it was actually called.
We can bring down the gatherings! Yes! Go, my friends! Go!
I don't remember the exact name of the weapon in World War II off the top of my head, actually, anymore.
Keep moving! This is not our war!
Then who do we fight?
Everyone! We stand alone!
He's right. We have to get off the ship! Get a medic up here! Man down! Enemy neutralized! We can use the rope! Good one! Good eye!
But that's about all I know. It's like, I wish I was around for World at War, and I wish I was old enough to have been playing World at War multiplayer and stuff like that in its prime. But my first ever online multiplayer experience as a new Call of Duty was Advanced Warfare. My first ever Call of Duty game that I played multiplayer online, that wasn't just exclusively new, so essentially my first time playing online multiplayer was Black Ops 2.
There they are! Go down the rope! Hurry!
So, and I played Black Ops 2 during... I played Black Ops 2's during, I played Black Ops 2 multiplayer during the
Novice 6 shipment and prevented it from falling into the hands of the British. But I was a fool to think that the threat was over. It was only after I was captured and sent to Vokuda that I learned of Dragovich's true intentions. He will die before he gives up on Novice 6.
But, yeah, it's like, I wish I played World at War. I played Black Ops 2 during Ghost's life cycle, and I played a little bit of Ghosts, but...
We are running out of time, my friend. Can you trust your leaders to destroy it? Or do you think they will use it? The flag may be different, but the methods are the same. They will use you as they used me. You must decide. Decide what you think is worth fighting for. Dragovich, Kravchenko, Stein. These men must die.
Some wounds never heal.
Hudson's mission at Kowloon was accomplished. He had discovered Dragovich's endgame, Nova 6. A nerve toxin so deadly that if exposed, you'd be dead before you hit the floor.
This is Hotel 9-1!
Yeah, but with that, I'm going to end off this episode here. Yeah, I hate talking like I know what all these weapons were like in real life and all that, but in terms of my experience with all these weapons, most of them have been when the newer iterations of them. Like, for the PPSH, my first time ever actually using the proper PPSH other than this campaign was Black Ops 3. Like, all these weapons, the first time using them was either this campaign or Black Ops 3 or Modern Remastered or World War 2. COD World War 2. But I wish I was around playing World at War, COD 4, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, well, Black Ops 2 a little bit, kind of. But, like, all those games, I wish I was around playing them during their prime. Because those are games, because I want to have positive opinions of all the Call of Duty games. But some I have negative opinions of because either I played them when they were hacker-ridden, or I played them when they were new and no one liked them. So it kind of sucks. The main thing is that all these Call of Duty games are fun. The campaign is definitely something you should always play before you judge the game truly. Yeah, some campaigns are truly bad. Like, Black Ops 3 is, for most people, is very confusing and very, like, what the fuck? What is this Call of Duty game? For me, I loved it because it's just, it's unique, and it's funny, and it's weird in its own way. But, yeah. Other than that, I'm going to end this video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos. If you want to see more from me. Click the bell so you don't miss out on any videos, and follow me on social media down in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and that's it. I was saying Mixer, but that's dead. Haha, funny. Twitter for updates on videos when they go live, stuff like that. Mixer, fuck me. Instagram for memes, behind the scenes stuff, old clips. Some sneak peeks and stuff like that, and then Twitch to see me live stream, because sometimes I'm going to try and get back a little bit more consistency on there. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Who are you working for?
And I'll see you guys next time.
The wolf remains one of his most feared enemies.